My nose is itchy. Hang on.
Hey everybody, I'm Michelle Carre.
And I'm Matt Carre.
This is Riding in Cars with Cars, and we are the Carre Group with Redline Real Estate. And this show is all about connecting you with the awesome people right here in the community of Airdrie.
Absolutely.
So Matt, who are we off to pick up today?
We're off to pick up Dr. Melissa and Dr. Bryan of the Airdrie Eyecare Centre.
That's right. So I'm excited to get them in the car. They have just undergone a huge renovation. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, the grand opening, and some inside details that you might not know about.
Dr. Tommy's.
Hey.
That's plural. Welcome to the car.
Oh, thanks for having us.
Pleasure seeing you guys.
Yes.
Wow, you're on fire already.
That's
Pun intended.
right.
Look at him
Pun
go.
intended.
He's going to throw in a
And
dad
having
joke
the
before
car
you know
somehow.
it.
Beauty.
Got that.
Can't wait,
I'm a
can't
dad, and you're about to be a dad again.
That's right. Yep.
Dad jokes everywhere.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Exciting.
Yep.
So not only are you about to, not like any day now, but eventually in the next month or so, 2 months, birth another child, but you guys have just, with your team at Airdrie Eyecare Centre, birthed a new building, or
Yes.
a new renovation, I should
Yes.
say.
That's right.
A long labor on that one.
Yeah. It was about 9 months.
Yeah.
How long were you
Yeah.
in labor?
Actually, it wasn't too bad. Considering like the size and scope of the project, it was about like between 5 and 6 months. So
So when did you guys first move into that location? It was that location when you took ownership of it with your
Jared
partners.
Long and Amy Forrest. Yeah.
Right. So there's 4 partners, and that's been the location. But when was that the original Airdrie Eyecare Centre?
Well, you and Brian are longtime Nerdronians.
I'm actually looking to you, Bryan. I don't know.
to be honest, Michelle, that should be something that I know the answer to. I can't give you the year. I would say, oh gosh, that's a Dr. Long question, but probably like, I'm guessing 20 years or so.
Really?
Yeah, between 15 and 20 years.
Well, Airdrie Eyecare was the first eye clinic in Airdrie in 1983, but that's when Dr. Cantor's was in Tower Lane Mall.
Which was my doctor.
Right.
And it's funny, for many, many years, even after, I don't even think I realized he retired. And my phone still said Dr. Cantor's below when Airdrie Eyecare Centre popped up.
Oh,
so
yeah.
My
I was like, wait a
dentist still
second.
says Dr. Warnick.
There you go.
Yeah.
He's not there anymore.
Yeah, it's a legacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, believe it or not, Dr. Cantor's was my first eye doctor too, back in the old Tower Lane Mall days. So yeah, got my first pair of glasses about the age of 4. So that was with Dr. Cantor's.
And then Dr. Jared Long fit you with your first pair of contacts as well.
Yeah, and then
Really?
and so Dr. Long was kind of a mentor to me when I was kind of going through my undergrad and my approaching grad school and stuff, and so it's kind of come full circle. We we kept in touch and we moved back. We practiced in British Columbia for about 5 years after we came out of grad school, and then we rejoined the practice in 2014. We moved back, and then we joined the ownership group, which was Dr. Long and Dr. Amy Forrest in 2017.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Wow. One would assume that you guys probably embarked on this renovation for aesthetic reasons, but was there some other strategy around going through the renovation for you?
I think it was about 2016. We acquired another sort of condo bay. We added about 25% to our square footage because of businesses coming and going or moving laterally in the overall space. So we acquired about 25% more square footage. But because it was acquired after the fact, it wasn't really a patient space.
Okay.
It was kind of like behind the scenes stuff where our lens lab was, where we edged lenses, some administrative areas and stuff like that. Which was great to acquire the space, but we just wanted to make it work a little bit more efficiently, and so that patients had more access to the space in its entirety.
So you wanted your patients to be able to see it better.
That's right. There you go.
Oh my
There's my dad
you
joke.
got it. That's another
I hit
one
my
for
dad
you.
joke.
Nailed
You
it.
got it.
Nailed it.
Just
Good
mic-
job. You are
drop
still
the
on
mic.
fire.
Glass drop.
Mic drop.
Glasses drop.
Yeah,
You're
they're
still
out.
around
Mic
fire.
drop.
And then the other, hope is because our older space had 3 doctor rooms. Now we've grown so that we have 5 doctor rooms and actually a contact lens fitter room. So as Airdrie continues to grow, we hope to grow with Airdrie and be able to provide, again, top quality eye care, you know, for all the people who are continuing to move to Airdrie with us.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
that's
our
really
hope.
cool.
And I'll say, so our son just recently got contacts,
That's right.
about 6, 7, 8 months ago.
Yep.
And Joel,
Yes.
who works for you guys, he now has his own space.
He's got his own room.
He
Yes,
was
absolutely.
awesome with Lachlan.
Yeah.
Just
So
so
nice.
patient. Michelle and I were like, get it, come on.
Forget it, we're glasses.
Yeah.
But Joel, and Lachlan was ready to give up, but Joel wouldn't give up on him.
Yeah.
That's
Thanks
so
to you,
awesome.
Joel, because you did a fantastic
Yeah.
job with Lachlan.
Yeah. no,
Yeah,
Joel's
he's
fantastic.
he is, and he's patient, and he's excellent with all patients, but he's definitely excellent with kids.
Yeah.
That's great.
Our kid loves Joel.
Yes, it's great.
With all great renovations come great grand openings, right?
You got
The
it.
big
Matt.
reveal.
The big
Yeah,
reveal.
there
Move
you
that
go.
bus.
Yeah.
Maybe we won't do move that bus, but you guys have a grand opening coming up with everything you've done?
We do, yeah. May 23rd is the date, and it's going to be from 4 till 8 p.m.
Is that a Saturday or
It is a Thursday.
Thursday? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And actually, the mayor's going to be coming and doing a whole ribbon cutting ceremony. So it's going to
Awesome.
be pretty exciting. And yeah, we really would love as many people as possible to come to it. You obviously do not have to be a patient to Airdrie Eye Care. We would love all people to come check out our new, space, our new renovated space. There is going to be many, many door prizes from very generous local businesses that have donated it.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
And the 2 big grand prizes, because Airdrie Eye Care has had a makeover.
Yeah.
So we're gonna 2 grand prizes is his and her makeover. So HairBenders next to us is doing a haircut and makeup for females. Seven
Nice.
Saints is doing a gift certificate for clothing.
Oh my goodness.
Beauty Bar is doing eyebrows, and
wow.
they will get a free pair of glasses from us, Airdrie Eye Care.
Holy cow.
And
you
don't
guys.
worry, guys, we haven't forgotten about you. So you are going to get a haircut and a nice hot shave from Main Street Barber.
Ooh.
You're going to get a little care package from Fitzsimmons, and
Nice.
you're going to get, again, free pair of glasses from Airdrie Eye Care. So those are going to be the grand prizes, but there's many, many other generous door prizes from local businesses. So come check us out May 23rd for sure between 4 and 8. Yeah.
Perfect.
I hope,
That sounds
I, hope
like
I win the makeover.
Yeah.
I've had the same haircut since I was 12.
Hey, just a little off the top.
It's
There's nothing
true.
wrong with that.
It's true. Same haircut since I was 12.
Brian, with all the renovations, you've seen this space literally since you were a kid like me.
Yep.
So what are one of the changes that you are most excited about to see?
Yeah, I mean the overall aesthetics of the office, it turned out really nice. But one area that has really, in my mind, improved a lot is our dispensary.
Okay.
You know, where we keep our frames and where the frame selection process happens. Where we used to have it, it was a nice space, but the lighting wasn't great, and it was sort of a smaller space. Now the dispensary is on the west end of our building, and that's where all of the natural sunlight comes in.
Oh.
So the lighting is really, really nice in that space, and the space itself has just grown a lot, which means that that's allowed us to expand our inventory and really add quite a number of frames compared to what we had before.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, exactly. So we always try to have like a range of selection. We really do want to make sure we are family focused and family friendly, and that's a major priority for us. However, we, again, because we have more space now, have been able to bring in some really unique boutique frames that are, very, very original and unique brands like LA Eyeworks and Cutler and Gross and Dutil that only very, very seldom clinics get to carry because they're handcrafted and handmade, and they're very, very boutique and unique.
Wow.
So yeah, it's kind of exciting to be able to offer a range of selections where you can have family-friendly value packages, but also some really, really unique frames.
That's great.
Yeah.
Last week I had a friend ask me, how do you know when a 2-year-old can't see? They can't really articulate because they don't know. And our son was like that. We didn't know until his eyes started to wander a little bit, and it was his grandfather who actually said, so he came in. But are there other ways for parents to kind of identify if their kids are having a problem? Because you're seeing so many more kids wearing glasses today.
Yeah, so absolutely, yes. So there, a lot of times parents are really good at knowing when their child is having a visual problem. You know,
We weren't.
But listen, just wait.
Okay.
Okay. When a parent comes in and they have a concern, very often they're right. Whether it's noticing an eye that's misaligned or turning or squinting or headaches or whatever the case may be, there's lots of different things that kids will experience and parents will notice. And lots of times, almost all the time, parents are right about that. But there's lots of things that can fly under the radar. Kids know what's normal for them,
Yeah.
right? Their
Yeah.
experience is normal to them,
Exactly.
and they may not know that they could
How would
see
they know?
better.
Yeah, hey,
Exactly.
not everything's blurry in the real world.
Totally. And so that sort of is why to have routine eye exams for your children, even if you don't think there's a problem, because there still could be one.
Yeah.
The nice thing is that these examinations for children are covered annually until they turn 19. So
Wow.
so I tell parents that all the time. Just because you didn't know there was a problem doesn't mean you have to beat yourself up about it, because
Yeah.
kids can fly under the radar so easy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, time for rapid fire.
All right.
Michelle's favorite portion of the segment. Number 1, 3D movie or non-3D movie?
Brian, well, you have trouble with 3D movies because Brian has a complicated prescription in his glasses, and his eyes actually don't work perfectly together. So for someone who has visual issues, it actually can make them very nauseous and not be the best choice. If you have no eye issues or concerns, then have at her, enjoy those 3D movies.
Yes.
And what do you prefer? Do you like a 3D movie?
I could take it or leave it, to be
Yeah, me
honest.
too.
I don't like them because of exactly the same reason that it's
Yeah.
hard for Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah, and plus to put them over my glasses, that is not cute, people.
Yeah.
Number 2, what is the one best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Well, I always thought that I was going to be an engineer, you know, like, because it was going to be 4 years, one and done, and I'm going to have a job when I came out of, my undergrad degree, and I'm not going to have to go to undergrad for a long period of time. But my guidance counselor and family members, especially my mom, encouraged me, like, do you actually want to be an engineer, or are you just doing it because you think that's the smart thing? And turns out that I didn't really want to be an engineer. I wanted to be an optometrist, even though it was going to be more long and expensive and all those fun things. But I made a fundamental shift in about grade 11, and that one stuck with me forever.
Okay, so number 3, what's the one talent that you don't currently possess that you would love to have? Melissa?
I would love to be able to sing really well. I
Okay.
would love to be able to sing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too, musical talent.
Yeah.
Melissa and I could not have a family band.
Yeah.
The family band would be brutal.
The Tommy and Carre
Oh,
show
gosh, no.
and play on the
Yeah.
instruments. Or so
No.
maybe you guys can sing, so I
Yeah.
shouldn't speak for you. But
No.
for us, no.
No, family
Why?
band is not a good idea.
But our son loves all instruments, so maybe he has
There you
the
go.
hidden musical talent.
There you go.
Yeah.
My grade 3 teacher told me I sung like I was a cow stuck with my foot stuck in a hole.
Oh wow, that's quite
He
descriptive.
made me leave the room during choir. Seriously.
Wow.
And how's it now?
It's the same.
Okay.
He said I didn't blend my voice well with others.
Got
and
it.
I still don't.
Okay.
Sure.
It's funny because I remember saying to Matt at one point, I think it's important that the kids learn how to read music and learn how to play an
It's good for your
instrument.
left brain, yeah, it's really good.
But also on the Goonies, when they got stuck in the cave, because that girl knew how to play the piano, they opened the door.
Oh my gosh.
So you
There you
never
go.
know.
Save your life.
You could be in a cave and it could save
I
your life.
love the Goonie reference.
Yes.
I love it. Brian loves
Oh yeah,
it.
any chance you can reference the Goonies, you have to do it.
That
All day
is.
long.
Hey, you guys.
Well, Dr. Tommy's, thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, thanks
Thank
for the ride.
you.
It's
Thank
been
you, guys.
fantastic.
Yeah, you're quite welcome, but we kept talking about where you were and the grand opening, but we never said where you are,
So
what's your
Right.
address,
Where
all
are
that
ya?
good stuff.
We are so the same location we've been in for the past several years, but just revamped inside. We're located at 120 2nd Avenue Northeast, which is really it's the avenue's 2nd Ave, but it's on Main Street.
It's on Main Street.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And for those of people who've seen Flavours of Montreal kind of blow up on social media,
Yeah.
or if you've waited for that tasty, Montreal smoked meat,
I
we're
never
just
wait for that.
we're just kind of kitty corner from that now too, because I know there's lots of people in Airdrie that are coming to check out North Main Street for them, and we are just really kind of kitty corner from them. So
Awesome.
Tony Gize, you better show up. And how do people get a hold of you? Phone numbers, email, websites?
We're on on social media under Airdrie Eyecare Centre. Our website is www.airdrieeyecare.com. Phone number is 403-912-0999.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for being here, you guys. We had a great time.
Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Hey, you guys!